In this video, I'm going to show you how to replace the door handle latch cable on this Ram 1500. Let's get into it. Take this trim piece off. Just use a trim tool. Just comes right out. It's just clipped in. Underneath the handle, pop this cover off. I'm just using a pick. It's just clipped in there, and then it slides up. Take that screw out, just use a Phillips head screwdriver. And take that out. Take this bezel off. We're going to use a trim tool. Just get underneath here, pop it outwards, and it slides out. You can see it's just clipped in. Pop the switch plate up. Just use a trim tool. We can disconnect the connector. Just pull down on the little lock tab. You might need a pick. Slide that out. Sometimes they come off. Push it down and slide it out. I'm going to take the push pins out. These ones have a little screw in the middle. You can use a T20 socket. If you go slow, you can loosen up the center. Sometimes they won't come out like that. Sometimes you just have to use a trim tool and then just get underneath and just pop that piece out. Do the same for the other ones. Slide it out. One more down here. Just grab the door panel and just slide it up. And it comes right out. We're going to remove the speaker. Use a 5mm socket. Take the screws out. Slide it out. And we'll disconnect the connector. Just push down on the tab. It slides right out. You want to open this little door here. That way you can see where the window clips into the regulator. We're going to take our window switch, clip that back in, turn the key in the on position, and then you want to get the window so that that little clip, you can see it through that hole, and then you can also see it through the hole in the speaker well. And we can, so we'll disconnect this and turn the key off. Now inside here, I'm just using a trim tool, but you can use a straight blade screwdriver, lift up on the glass, and then I'm just going to push on these two clips. Then you can slide the glass up a little bit, and then I got to do the same on the inside. It's the exact same clips. Just push on those. Try to push the glass up while you're doing it. Once it's released, we can grab the glass. I'll just slide it up. It's a good idea to have an assistant help you pull this up. And then we're going to tape the window up. Just using some masking tape. Make sure the window is clean as well. About 3 or 4 pieces is good. Let's do one more, just in case. There you go. We're going to disconnect these two connectors. I'm just going to use a pick. Just push down on the little lock tab, slide it out. Same with this one. Slide that out. And using the trim tool, just pop that out. There's another one up here. Just pop that clip out. Just using some needle nose pliers and just squeezing the tabs on the back of this connector or retainer. Slide that out. That's just what I was squeezing on the back side. Set that aside. We're going to disconnect the connector in here. First, we're going to use a trim tool, and there's a little retainer right there. You just got to pop that and further in. And then underneath. There we go. Just pop those. You're just pushing down on those tabs. Slide this out. You have to close the door slightly. Just be careful not to pinch your fingers. And with this pulled out a little bit, then we can disconnect these connectors. Just push down on the tabs. Slide it out. And slide this one out. There you go. Over near where the wires go into the door panel, there's two screws. We need to take those out. We're going to use a T20 socket. There's one right here. It's kind of hard to see. See underneath the weather stripping. Pull that out, and there's one down here. Pull that out, and you just grab this piece. Just gonna slide it out. Just be careful of the weather stripping. You can pop the weather stripping off on these little retainers. We'll put those on after. And it slides right out. Using a T30 socket, take these screws out. Inside, we're going to disconnect these rods. So this little tab right here has to go like that. Unlock it, slide the rod off. And same with the orange one. Slide that off. And then pull the rod out. We're going to pull these bolts out of the perimeter of this panel. Use a 10mm socket. That last one out. The panel should still stay a little bit. There is a little tab right here. Just pull on that tab. And there's another tab right here. Just pop that out. And then we'll slide this forward. And it slides right out. Now we're going to pop this cable off. You can just push it like that, or even use a straight blade screwdriver. That pops out right like that. Flip it over. pop the cable out. I'm just going to use a pick, pop it up, it slides out, and there's some retainers. We just got to pop it out of the retainer. Use a straight blade screwdriver in this one. Right here, right here. We're going to flip it over again and pop this off right there. Pop it up, just using a straight blade screwdriver, and then just push it through the grommet and pull it out the other side. Now take the cable from the back side, slide it through. It's going to get pushed right there, lock it down, push that in, lock that down, flip it over, slide that retainer in, this one, and we're going to go under. This is going to go through here, get that lined up. Lock that in place. I want to push it down with a screwdriver. There we go. That's locked in place. Push the retainer in. Flip this over. Get this lined up. And we'll lock it down. There we go. I'll just slide this panel in. Just reach in here, just hold those rods back so they don't go in front of the actuator. All right, that's good. Line up the push pins. And get the bolts started. We're going to tighten these down. Just snug them down. I'm going to put the screws in. Tighten those down. Now take these rods and you want to attach them. There we go, slide that in, latch it down, take the other one, slide that in, and latch that down. Now just slide this in place. And we can connect the connectors before we screw that in. Just line that up. Lock the gray with the gray and the green with the green. And lock it down. Make sure it's not twisted. It's good. And I'll put these screws in. And tighten these down. Now these clips, you can pop these out just like that with a trim tool. You want to just slide this on here, Slide one side. And try to slide the other end in. Just like that. That's in. Or you can try to put it on just like that on one side, pull it up. Hopefully it lines up, but it's not too hard to pull them out. Line that up and lock it in. Now we're going to go ahead and drop the window down, take the tape off. And slide that down. Make sure that lines up right there. And same with over here. There we go. It's locked in. That's good. You can try the window, make sure it works good. Now just take this cover, slide it in place, and push it in. Take the speaker, plug it in, line it up. Now take the wire for the mirror, line that up. It's going to go right there. And connect the connectors. That's good. Now we're going to install the door panel. Make sure you slide the wiring harness through. Go over the lock knob. Line it up, slide it down. That's good. Now take this bezel and slide it in place. Put the screw in. Connect the connector for the window switch. Lock it down, take the cover, line that up, and push it in. Now push these pins in, lock them down. Now push these in. Take this cover, line it up, lock it down.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.